But we'll jump into the big one first. We'll do Miss Marvel, which is coming out on Disney Plus. So it's a Disney Plus show. Put this up. All right, let's go. Oh, we're definitely getting copyright claimed. With the weekend music.
I get it.
You get what?
High school.
Kamala.
Another adventure shirt. Cute.
She thinks I'm some kind of weirdo.
You were boys. Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're kind of on my shirt.
Sorry.
But you're staring out the window in your little fantasy land. Kamala, hey, already? Really? Come on, like.
Do I have to figure out my whole future before lunch, or maybe they're right? I spend too much time in fantasy land.
That is not you.
It's not really the brown girls from Jersey City who save the world. That's a fantasy too.
Did something happen to you?
No, why? Did you hear something?
Kamala?
What does it feel like?
Cosmic. I always thought I wanted this kind of life, but I never imagined any of this.
Do you even know what you are?
I'm a superhero.
That's like one of the coolest scenes. It's like straight off of the comic book cover.
That's exactly what they said. Marvel did exactly what it's supposed to do. Took it right off the comic book cover, right in live action. That's what you're supposed to do. When people love something, use it.
Yeah. Well, they did change a little bit of her powers. So, which obviously already a bunch of fanboys are upset about that. So I mean, obviously, and then it's a young Muslim woman, girl. So people are upset about that. So I mean, it's just like all the people that can be upset are going to be upset with this one. But I don't know about
whatever.
you guys. Yeah,
I think I'm
cool. Excited. Yeah.
I think it's really cool. I love the fact that they're going so young. So we're gonna have years of these powers, and of the young Avengers it's definitely coming. So they're doing all these things with all these young people. They're giving a lot of information, a lot of characters that we're going to be able to enjoy for years to come.
Yeah.
So this is great.
And we were supposed to try something new. Right, we talked right before and already forgot. So like for first take. So since Brian, you're already kind of like talking about it. First take about the trailer.
Well,
no, you
said Brian.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, no, I thought that it was. I did like the. I know we're gonna get the Sonic the Hedgehog. I think Marvel understood the assignment. When you're doing a trailer or you're doing something about comic book, you should use the comic book images in the trailer. You want to get the hype going for those things. I know they changed. You said you changed their powers. That's interesting, and I think it's gonna go into the story and it's gonna make it more modern, and that makes sense too. But being a young Muslim woman in this world. Doing that, releasing Marvel doing that makes so much sense. And I love that they're doing that, and they're not afraid of going with minorities as these leads. And she's young. This is going to be a lot of young people around, so that's great.
Yeah. What about you, Will?
True. So my first thoughts are like it kind of gives me a Scott Pilgrim Faces the World or whatever it's called. A lot of like that pop and comic look. Love it. I want more of that. My next thing is I'm glad they're like, really looking at representation. So for young people as a cast, that's awesome. And then also agreeing with Brian said, brown people or people of color are getting down to more, leading roles. That's awesome. So far it looks good. The power change doesn't bother me just yet. As long as they, execute well for the whole movie, then I won't even be mad. That's it for me.
Yeah. The Scott Pilgrim, for sure. I didn't even think about Scott Pilgrim until you said it. I'm like, that's 100%. I was also getting a lot of Shazam vibes. If you guys seen the movie Shazam,
Ooh.
where it's like this kid becomes a superhero and he's kind of like excited and nervous and don't know what to do. So I think we're gonna get a lot of that kind of stuff. A lot of making mistakes, which would be cool. But I've seen this trailer a bunch of times just in the 2 days it's been out. And I watched a bunch of other people talking about it. One theory is that they're the some gauntlets, some cosmic gauntlets that are in the comic books, and they're given to these like protectors of the universe kind of thing. Which I don't mind, because like it's more somebody compared it to the Green Lantern. So it's like it kind of chooses you because you're such a good person, which is what like the Green Lantern kind of does too. Which makes, for me, I like that better than like, oh, she just randomly became an Inhuman, by being in the wrong place, wrong time, and she became an Inhuman and got powers. This one, it's like, oh, she deserves the powers because she's such a good-hearted person. You know what I mean? So if that's the story they go with it, I'm way more down with that, because as of right now, no one has accidentally become a superhero in the MCU. You know what I mean? I mean, it's gonna happen because X-Men's coming soon, and X-Men is just kind of, you grow into being a mutant. So, but so far, yeah.
I mean,
I'm down. I love it.
Shazam, that's great. That's the exact vibe I feel. Shazam, and then exactly, just it chose you. It's Shazam. That's great.
Yeah. So I can't wait. It's gonna be pretty good. I think this is coming out after Moon Knight, so we're gonna get Moon Knight, which also looks amazing, and then we get Miss Marvel. So
we get Moon Knight, Doctor Strange, and then Miss Marvel. Marvel's just kind of gonna rule everything. We're not gonna be able to do anything else. I'm gonna be stuck to my TV watching all the Marvel stuff. I'm like, here we go. Kevin Feige kidnaps me again, and I'm just sitting there watching TV all the time. Like, oh, I could go out. Wait a minute, no, Miss Marvel's coming out a new episode. Guess I'm watching that instead.
Yeah.
And
then real quick, so this is I also saw a bunch of other people talking about too. It's like we're getting into a phase in the MCU where there's fanboys in the MCU. Kate Bishop, fanboy. The guy from Iron Man 3 was, I guess, kind of like he's like, oh, you're an Iron Man, like that was, and now we got another who, Miss Marvel, even in the comic book, was a fangirl, does like fan fiction and stuff like that. So now we're in this phase of like people trying to not impersonate, but be a superhero because they're inspired. So what do you guys think about that, real quick?
I mean, that makes sense, especially because it's basically they grew up with the Avengers around. They grew up in their lives seeing the Avengers, being look up at them, look up to them all their entire life. So it's kind of shaped the way they are and the people that they are, and that's what we're starting to see. So same thing, Kate Bishop. She sees Hawkeye falling from the building, shooting his arrow, shaped who she is, and all her decisions up to where she is now. It's the same type of thing that's going on everywhere. I mean, Iron Man, same thing. We're going to see in the Iron Wars. We're going to see these things that happen to them young, shaping who they're becoming as young adults, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. What about you? How you like the girls, fanboy
within the movie? I think that's a smart move. So yeah, it's cool, right? It's cool to have fans within the movie, but I think it's smart because even her holding up the Avengers and talking about the Avengers, this is good for newer generations that maybe haven't had a chance. I really doubt it, but haven't had a chance to watch the older Avenger movies. That's going to spark interest. Like, hey, they mentioned Avengers. Let me Google that real quick. And then that's going to create more sales, in my opinion, on buying more digital movies from the past. So that's like a double win-win money-wise. I like the idea.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, because we forget Iron Man 1 came out in 2008. That was a long time ago. At this point, that was a long time ago. So, like you said, remind people, like, hey, go watch all the old stuff too. So cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I wanted to say, Marvel's also smart. Just with you said seeing the Avengers all the time, but seeing people putting themselves in the movie. So I think as we talk about representation is important because you can see yourself in the movie. But now even being a fanboy, person who loves Marvel, follows all this stuff, seeing them in a movie makes you want to, or in a TV show makes you want to watch it more, makes you care about it more. Maybe you can see the characters more. They are just like you, so you care about it. I mean, it's smart.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, being able to relate to characters in any movie is always big, and I think she's getting a lot of hate because toxic fandom is a thing. But I mean, I see a lot of people like girls, minorities, Muslims, like you said, people who write their own fan fictions, people who feel like they're different because they like comic books. It's kind of like kind of what she's going through in the MCU. But yeah, but awesome. Cool, man. You want to watch another trailer?
Can't wait.
All right. So if you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna do another trailer. If you're watching replay, we appreciate it.